training, therapy, all of this. Do you know the difference? Let's say this is coaching. Let's say this is training. Let's say this is consulting. Let's say this is therapy. Let's say this is counseling. You guys know any difference in all of this? You have to know. There's another thing, you can even add one more in. But none of these are coaching.
Coaching would be the part of each and every.
Not necessarily, there might be a bleed over. That's the reason why I kind of bleed it over. There might be some areas that are common. There's some bleed over.
Training is when you want to impart some skill. I lack some skill, for example, I need training to become a coach, so this is training. And therapy is when you prescribe some a specific technique. It may be a medicine or it may be like aromatherapy, for example, or a massage therapy. That is therapy. Counseling is when you have an issue, specific issue. For example, you face career counseling. You don't know what to do, what career to choose. So counseling may help you. Consulting.
What is counseling?
Counseling is when you have a particular issue you want to be addressed. For example, career counseling. You want to decide.
You have an issue. In therapy also you go with an issue.
Therapy is generally like health based, or in mental or like emotional therapy or physical therapy.
But counseling is also health.
You are not prescribing any particular medicine or particular technique in counseling. You can take many things when you counsel a person. In therapy, there is a particular technique.
Counseling helps to decide what.
For example, he does naturopathy. So he will prescribe only naturopathy. He will not mix anything else in it.
It can be anything.
Counseling helps to bring clarity.
Specific.
Counseling helps to bring clarity, and then the person can decide.
And consulting is when a client comes to you that I want consulting on this particular subject. You give the consulting, it is up to the client whether accept it or not. And mentoring is like your godfather or guru.
Yes. Taking the person step by step into the next level.
And coaching is like you are helping a person to develop and to overcome the problems by the person himself. You are not giving any solutions. You are just making them to find out the solution themselves. That's what I understand.
Whatever coach need short time we have to do. It's not coaching. Maybe it is for a short time.
Not necessarily, it could be even a year-long process. It could be even a year-long process. It's not those coaching class you go and attend in the morning.
Mentoring can be done for long.
Huh?
Mentoring can be done for
Yeah, even mentoring can be done for long.
No.
When you say coaching, it's like saying espresso. The first time espresso, the actual espresso was brought in India. People thought espresso was what? They thought it was a coffee with milk.
Without milk.
With milk. Espresso. How many of you thought it was with milk? Raise your hand.
I used to think that.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many of you think that espresso was with milk? Come on.
It was without milk.
Everywhere I go, everyone says that. Espresso means coffee with milk.
I was thinking that coffee will come in the express lunch.
When I was child, I used to think like that. like with lots of foam in it. That is espresso.
Yes,
That's how I
exactly. And that's why when someone walks into a cafe coffee day or a barista, they go into espresso.
They do tell you that it's without
Yes.
milk because they know after the offer,
No,
people will find
in the
first
in the beginning, no, there was no explanation.
No explanation.
Only after a lot of experience of people coming and saying, is this espresso? Black,
Black.
and it's bitter.
Just, I know that one of my friends regularly taking only espresso. He's in Chennai. I think I asked him espresso that we were not adding milk. Only aging espresso is without milk. It's a black decoction. It's diluted decoction is espresso.
Yes, it's a decoction of coffee where a machine where you put it inside a portable filter, something like the machine, you put hot water a certain degree and they come and kind of crush that, and then they extract the pure extract of coffee. Yeah. And it's,
freshly ground thing.
yeah.
It is said that it's better to have it without sugar.
Yeah, even without sugar is fine. You take that 30 ml of espresso and sip it. So the reason why I say this is because sometimes names like espresso, before those espresso came in India, remember, cafe, coffee day, barista, they brought in the concept, right? Because before that, we were a tea drinking culture, right? Usually coffee was only some specific reason why where coffee was grown. However, nowadays, if you see, it's become a hang-up, a joint where people can go and eventually, drink coffee.
Happen over coffee.
Yeah, love can anything can happen. Anything can happen over coffee. Anything means what? Anything. So anything can happen over coffee. So which means even coaching, the coaching that we understood before was like sports coaching, and the coaching that we used to know before is like some people who have to appear for exams, matrix exams, or these IIM exams,
IAS
or
exams.
IAS. So they call that coaching. So there's a reason many misconceptions. So it's like espresso. But here in this case, like Bali said, it's different. It's based on self-actualization of Abraham Maslow. You know that Abraham Maslow started the hierarchy of need, right? It's self-actualization. We have a workshop in neurosemantic on this. This is a very advanced course. This is an advanced course, even after master practitioners and all that you do this. Self-actualization. What is the needs that we have here? Can you give me some?
Basic needs: food, water, shelter.
Food.
Food,
Water,
shelter.
air.
Food, shelter.
Let's say food. What else?
Shelter.
Okay, shelter. Let's put that in the category of food. Clothing, food, yeah. Kapra, what is that? Roti,
Roti.
We put the other food, okay? What else?
Clothing.
Okay, other food. What else?
Shelter.
No repetition. What else? Biological need, like sleep.
Sex.
Sex.
Yeah, it is there. Food, shelter, sex. That's what it has. He has written it.
SSS. Sleep, sex. What else?
SSS.
What else do we have about?
Safety needs.
Safety, security.
What else?
Self-esteem.
Self-esteem.
Safety, then safety.
Then the next
Security.
Let's put it psychological.
Security.
Psychological needs. Okay. What else?
Self-esteem.
Self-growth.
Safety, like, activity.
Self-growth and all this comes under all this, okay? and contribution. Now, Tony Robbins has modified this and has put it under 6 human needs. How many of you know those 6 human needs? Tony Robbins. He has reconfigured this, and you know how he has done? NLP, he's made it into NAC. So he's made this into 6 human needs. Do you know them?
No.
Alright. Number 1 is human beings needs certainty. Certainty that you will get your salary by the end of this week. That is to be certain. You need to be certain that your husband or wife is going to be there for you and whatever. Alright? That's certainty we want.
Reassurance.
Certainty. Number 2 is uncertainty.
Yeah, I did that.
Uncertainty is nothing but surprises. We want surprises. We don't want monotony. If we get the same thing again and again, then you get bored. Let's say, for example, Rekha is in HR. Now she's getting probably the routine is something that she's getting used to and she doesn't want. But there might be other people who envies her, you know, because they are there somewhere there, and for them that has become a monotony, and that they want to take up Rekha's job of HR. You getting it? So we want surprises. We want things to surprise. Next is what? Love or connection. How many of you don't need love? Love is something that's of human. It's something that keeps us sane. Something that keeps us, makes stories worthwhile to listen to. 5. These are usually called primary needs.
Primary needs.
Yeah. And then what he calls the spiritual need is self-growth, and then 6 is contribution.